Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into the COBIT 2019 framework.
Right, it's all about IT governance and management best practices.
Exactly. If you're looking for a way to understand how organizations handle their IT without, getting totally overwhelmed, this is for you.
We'll try and break it down.
Yeah, we'll cover where COBIT came from, how it's changed, that really key difference between governance and management,
Super important distinction.
and the main ideas, the principles behind the 2019 update.
And it has quite a history, doesn't it? Even some groundwork laid way back.
Yeah, apparently some computer pioneers in '67 sort of started things that eventually led here. But our goal today is really just to give you a clear structure for thinking about this stuff.
Okay, so origins. ISA kicked it off in 1996, mostly for IT auditors at first.
No, it's just auditing initially.
Pretty much. But then it grew. Version 1, 2, 3, all the way to 5, it kept expanding.
Expanding how?
Well, moving beyond just audit checks to becoming a more comprehensive framework, trying to link what IT does back to the overall company strategy.
Okay, makes sense. And then COBIT 2019 came along. What was the big deal there?
A couple of key things, really. They brought in a maturity model concept, kind of borrowing from CMMI,
CMI.
capability maturity model integration. It's basically a way for organizations to figure out how good their processes are and how to improve them. So COBIT 2019 helps you assess that capability.
Got it. More practical.
Yeah, and there was also a governance implementation guide, more hands-on advice on actually using COBIT.
Now, you mentioned that distinction. Governance versus management. Let's unpack that.
Okay. Think of governance as, well, the board of directors' job, setting the big picture strategy, the direction, providing oversight.
High-level stuff.
Exactly. Then management, that's your CEO, CFO, the execs, they handle the day-to-day running of the show, making sure things actually happen according to that direction.
So governance is like, here's where we're going, and management is, okay, here's how we'll get there.
That's a great way to put it, yeah. And COBIT really stresses having those roles clearly defined. You need to know who decides what.
Makes sense. Who else is involved? Who are the stakeholders here?
Oh, quite a few. Internally, you've got the board, various levels of management, business managers, IT folks, assurance teams, risk management.
And externally?
Regulators, definitely. Investors, business partners, suppliers, vendors, lots of different groups.
And they all need different things from the IT systems, I imagine.
Precisely. Different information, different levels of access. COBIT helps structure how you manage that.
Okay, let's get into the foundation, the principles behind COBIT 2019.
Right. So it builds on COBIT 5, but also pulls in other standards, regulations, feedback from users.
So it's not created in a vacuum.
Not at all. There are 6 main principles for the governance system itself. Things like providing value to stakeholders, that's number 1.
Value. What else?
Taking a holistic approach, looking across the whole organization, making sure the system is dynamic, adaptable.
Because tech changes so fast.
Exactly. Then there's keeping governance separate from management. We just talked about that. Tailoring the system to the specific company's needs.
So it's not one size fits all.
Definitely not. And finally, looking at governance end-to-end across the entire enterprise.
Okay, that's 6 for the system. You said there were other principles.
Yeah, 3 more for the framework itself. It should be based on a conceptual model, so it's consistent. It needs to be open and flexible.
Adaptable again?
And it needs to align with other major standards and regulations out there, so it fits into the broader compliance landscape.
These principles seem designed to make it really practical and comprehensive.
That's the goal, to make sure it works in the real world for different organizations.
All right, let's talk about the core model, the objectives, governance and management objectives.
Okay. On the governance side, it's grouped under EDM, evaluate, direct, and monitor.
EDM. What does that cover?
It's about making sure the enterprise gets value from IT, setting up the governance framework itself, optimizing risk, making sure resources are used well, and engaging with stakeholders.
So that's the board-level oversight again.
Pretty much. Then you have the management objectives. These are more detailed, broken into 4 domains.
4. Okay.
APO align, plan, and organize. BAI build, acquire, and implement. DSS deliver, service, and support. And MEA monitor, evaluate, and assess.
Wow. Okay. APO, BAI, DSS, MEA. That sounds like the whole IT life cycle.
It basically is. From planning and organizing IT to building or buying solutions, running the services day to day, and then monitoring performance and compliance.
So for someone listening, this structure helps, break down all the complex things IT does into clearer goals.
Exactly. It gives you these manageable objectives to focus on, whether you're setting strategy or checking performance.
So wrapping this up, what's the key thing for you, for our listener to take away?
I think it's understanding that COBIT 2019 provides this valuable structure. It's a lens you can use to look at how your organization manages and governs IT from top to bottom.
Yeah, a way to assess everything from strategic fit to how the help desk is performing, really.
Right. It connects the dots.
Absolutely. Okay, final thought for you to mull over. We talked about those 6 governance system principles: stakeholder value, holistic approach, dynamic system, governance distinct from management, tailored needs, end-to-end system. Think about today's really fast-moving tech world. Which one of those 6 do you think is the absolute hardest for organizations to truly nail down, and why? Something to consider. Thanks for diving deep with us today.